Do you remember anything?
He stars on the FX drama American Horror Story, but very few people know Dylan McDermott's childhood was a real-life horror story. Today, a painful incident in the successful actor's childhood has reached a dramatic resolution. The death of Dylan McDermott's mother, once labeled an accidental shooting, is now being called a murder. And the only witness to the crime, a two-bit thug who tormented her and young Dylan, is now being called the likely killer.
Sometimes things aren't as they seem.
For Dylan McDermott, who first rocketed to fame in the 90s as a criminal defense attorney in the hit drama The Practice, it's a real-life murder mystery and a secret obsession.
This has been a long crusade for Dylan.
As a child, Dylan lived in this Waterbury, Connecticut tenement with his mother, 20-year-old Diane McDermott. In February of 1967, a 5-year-old Dylan McDermott was kicked out of the apartment by his mother's boyfriend, a reputed gangster named John Sponza. Young Dylan heard the couple screaming inside the apartment.
And then he heard the gunshot. He saw her body taken away on a stretcher.
The body was that of Dylan's mother. Her boyfriend, Sponza, told police Diane had accidentally shot herself in the back of the head. Despite Sponza's long rap sheet, police accepted his story.
They never questioned that, and they closed the case.
But throughout his life, Dylan never accepted the story that his mom accidentally shot herself. And Waterbury police tell Showbiz Tonight that last year, McDermott approached them and asked that they reopen the case.
Dylan has vivid memories of that particular day.
Waterbury's police chief says even though Dylan was a child at the time, he has vivid memories of the terror he and his mother experienced at Sponza's hands.
He remembers that John Sponza frequently carried a gun, and not only carried it and not only displayed it, but actually pointed it at Dylan when he was a child.
The police honored Dylan's request and opened the case. And what they found shocked them.
They found a lot of evidence that had been overlooked.
For one, Waterbury police tell Showbiz Tonight the gun found next to McDermott's body was a .32 caliber pistol, but the fatal bullet was too large to have come from that gun. Also, McDermott was right-handed, but the gun was found in her left hand, which, by the way, had no gunshot residue.
They did a huge investigation. They found a witness who was hidden in the FBI witness protection program.
Now, Waterbury police tell Showbiz Tonight they would have enough evidence to arrest Sponza for murder, but for one thing.
The terrible thing is, he was murdered himself.
In 1972, 5 years after McDermott's killing, Sponza's body was found in the trunk of this car in a supermarket parking lot.
Police believe that his death may have been related to his mob ties.
But despite tragically losing his mom at such a young age, Dylan McDermott found a mother figure in an unlikely place. When he was a teenager, he was adopted by his father's young wife, Eve Ensler, who, like Dylan, went on to stardom. She's the author of the Vagina Monologues.
For me, I always say that Dylan saved my life. Like, loving Dylan and learning how to love Dylan was the path to my own salvation.
In a 2006 interview with Showbiz Tonight, mother and son, who, by the way, are only 8 years apart, shared with us their close relationship.
Eve was certainly the first person that really saw me, I believe, in my life. And she paid attention to me, and she really got who I was. And, you know, I came from sort of a troubled background, and she was the first person who really, you know, sat me down and taught me about life.
And now, Dylan McDermott's life has a small measure of vindication.
This must bring a wonderful sense of peace to Dylan to finally have this mystery solved, and it really brings a sense of justice to him.